Well, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're viewing me from. This is your girl, RenaeThaDiva, host of Let's Talk About It. We are a weekly podcast that comes on and we kind of go over things that are happening around the nation, around the world, in our cities and in our states, all about, along with some sports and some entertainment. So let's get to it. Let me first of all thank my sponsors. We have Legacy Collection, who's a shoe collection. We'll post them here shortly. We also have SEDM with the Southeast Dollars Matters, and they are an advocate sponsor for us as well. So if you are interested in being a sponsor of Let's Talk About It, you can email us at legacyentstudios@gmail.com, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay. So let's get to it because we have a special guest tonight by the name of Mr. Khan Mori, and he is the founder and owner of Venue GPS, and we will definitely get to him very, very soon. So let's talk about some news here. New York City mayor has been indicted for conspiracy in accepting funds in his 2021 campaign for mayor there in New York from members of the Turkish administration. These are the allegations. Again, he is innocent until proven guilty. I am not by far his judge, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and let you know. Hey, sister, how are you? So Adams, of course, who is the mayor, is denying these allegations. He is asking for prayers and stated on his quick press release that he will not resign and the allegations are false. So definitely pay attention, watch, kind of learn how this is going to go. This is really amazing to see government and government officials being indicted on all these charges, yet none of them are going to jail. I'll let that be that. Tensions are, however, rising and increasing in the war in Israel, and the fighting has accumulated mass casualties. So we definitely are just saying prayers for them. They are now fighting, and the fighting is taking place there in Lebanon. Here, personally in Indiana, I know that one of our National Guard units has been activated. They are going to be deployed to Iraq, they are saying, but they are going to Texas first for some training. So again, just prayers for all of our servicemen and women, and also the people there in Israel. Wells Fargo Bank. They have been in the headlines because they closed a business account of a 12-year-old CEO and entrepreneur who is a phenom. She is the CEO of the Beautiful Curly Me doll line. And if you haven't seen these dolls, they are just really so adorable. You need to definitely see them. They are really, really cute. So the line is nationwide. They are also in the retail chain Target. Wells Fargo emptied her account. Not only did they close it, but they emptied her account, stating you don't have a business address. And she's had this account and been in business for at least 3 years, they are saying. So they definitely have all the business credentials. So Wells Fargo is getting some major flack from that. Wells Fargo, do better. Do better. That's all I can say. So they are saying that, of course, one of Wells Fargo's major clients is are the makers of Barbie. And that's all I will say. Don't be trying to sue me. I'll sue back. Anyway, so Hurricane Helene has hit the Southeast heavily. And we are, again, praying with those families, loved ones that are in that area. As a matter of fact, Khan Mori, who is in the DMV area, when he comes on, definitely we'll just send our, just prayers, just making sure that everyone in the area is okay. So far, they have had 100 plus people throughout the Southeast, especially in North Carolina area, be affected by this and were hit very hard. And again, some fatalities. There are some states here, even in Indiana, we've been experiencing some power outages, heavy winds, rains. Again, nothing compared to what they are going through in the Southeast. So President Biden is expected to visit Asheville, North Carolina, which is, again, one of the hardest hit areas, and take some supplies. Former President Trump has visited and taken supplies to Georgia. So we say thank you to both of them because, again, it just shows a level of humanity, and we thank you for that, again, just because with all of the stuff going on with the presidential elections, it's good to see your human side. The port workers are going on strike. They have actually already done it. They are set to be on strike until there is some resolve. They haven't set all of the demands that they wanted, but definitely involves better pay and hours. So this strike with the port workers, I don't think people realize can really affect everyday life, from groceries to fuel to online orders, things coming into our country. Major retailers are asking President Biden to kind of step in and be like, okay, hey, what's going on? Can we do something about this? Because again, they don't want the flow of things that come into our country to be affected. Also, retailers are saying that it will affect them, but a lot of their orders they have already done in kind of anticipation of this maybe happening. So again, I definitely understand you want to get your coin. I definitely hope there's some resolve with that from the port workers. So, of course, my Colts, I got to discuss them going into sports now. The Colts are now 2-2 after their victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's a big rivalry here. What I was surprised about is there were so many Pittsburgh Steelers fans, not only from here, but they actually came to the game here that was held here in Indianapolis in Lucas Oil Stadium. So, Pittsburgh, don't be coming to our house like that. We don't like it. No. Anyway, the Indiana Fever are officially out of the WNBA playoffs. I'm so sad about that. I really am. Fans are still, however, rallying behind the WNBA players for the Indiana Fever, saying that, this team has made their first playoff appearance since 2016. So we're just proud of them for that. And next year, we're looking forward to them going even further in the playoffs. So with sad sports news, we've lost a couple of major people in the sports world. So we have lost, of course, Mr. Pete Rose, who is a baseball legend. He still has records that have not been broken and may not ever be broken. He died at the age of 83. Rose played for nearly 20 years and still holds, again, like I said, major records. He was banned, however, from the National Baseball League and Association for gambling and betting against the Reds, which is he at that time was their coach and or head coach along with playing for them. So he was banned and fought for a number of years to kind of get back into the league, but they just didn't have it. So prayers to his family and condolences. Also, we have lost an NBA giant, Mr. Dikembe Mutombo. Has succumbed to his brain cancer, in which he announced his diagnosis in 2022. So again, prayers to the ex-Houston Rockets, to the Rockets players. He did pass at the age of 53. So again, shout out to his family and the Houston Rockets and the whole organization, and prayers for you guys. So let's go into some entertainment. Okay, Mr. Diddy, he was denied bail again. There have been so many people, like over 100 plus people now they're saying they have come forth with these allegations. I cannot say that they are all true. I can only speak for the facts that we have been presented. There are definitely some cases out there. And apparently the courts think that there are some logistics that are correct because they have now arrested him and have denied his bail twice. Unfortunately, the vultures are out there. I don't want those people to take away from the severity of the implications and the people that have really been affected. So prayers to all the victims, to the family members, to the people that were affected by his decisions in life. So we are now in officially fall season. You know what that means? It means the sweaters, the boots, me and my heels, I'm all for it. So make sure you check your local listings on things to do. And we have something for you to be able to check your local listings coming soon when we bring our special guest on. But there are some things to do like hay rides. There are orchard visits. You can visit pumpkin patches. You can go pick apples. You can do a number of different things. So I definitely encourage you to get outside. Winter will be here soon enough and we'll be in hibernation mode. So get outside and enjoy this fall weather. In entertainment, lastly, for this portion, we did also lose today Good Times' father figure to a lot of people who just was just hilarious. Mr. James Amos did also succumb to illness and pass at the age of 84. So prayers out to his family. Okay, so speaking of entertainment and sports and news and all of the just, I want to introduce to some and present to others Mr. Con Mori. He is the president and CEO of Venue GPS. Venue GPS is in all of the app stores. So, hi, Con, how are you?
How dare you did not say that you was going to do Indiana sports and none of that stuff. Let's just keep it real.
Okay, fine. I was
If,
giving you a good
if
segue.
everybody don't know, this is my sister. This is my old HR.
Yes,
This is
yes,
going to be a different podcast. This is a big brother, little brother, whatever going on.
yes. There
What's
you
going
go.
on?
That part.
We are doing news now. Like, what's going on here? What's up?
Yes, I do all of that. That's what Let's Talk About It is all about. What?
Too bad ain't nobody talking back to you, but I'm with you though. I'm with you. How you doing, Queen? How you
I'm
doing?
good. How are you, bro?
I'm exhausted. What? Listen, nobody don't know how exhausted I am like you. And you know what's funny? I was going through the whole 2017, 18, 19 emails before COVID happened. Renee talking to the NFL Super Bowl committee. Renee setting up points. Renee sending NDA. This is
Yes,
my first HR that was running this before the app
yes,
on the app
yes.
store. So let's turn this around. What do you think, and what do you see now? Because we got a kiosk behind me now. So what you think?
Like big time. I'm just saying, big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually met Con and we came about. Oh my gosh, 15 years ago now, at least about
Jeez.
that.
Well, it could be. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
long.
it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So and I will let him tell you all of his Josh, but to just kind of talk about where VGPS has gone now. It started off as Wear My Vest, and I'll let you tell it how that even came about. But just from Wear My Vest to now, oh my gosh, the growth is amazing. And I actually have, I was privy to some of the beta data from VUGPS and got to have the download. So as I traveled, I've used VUGPS to find out places to go and things to do, no matter where I've gone in the world. So it's been pretty awesome and pretty amazing. And I'm not saying it just because I know who you are. I'm saying it because
She
I've
is.
actually
She is.
seen the growth. Yes.
No. So you want me to explain it and give you a good
Yes,
2 3
please.
minutes?
So that the people that are watching can learn who you are.
Well, you know what? This is the first time I'll do it with a kiosk because we'll make it.
Yes.
You can see it very good, right? You see it easy.
Very good.
How you doing? I'm the founder and the dummy, as most people say, but the smart guy of Vean GPS. Why did I make this first? Because for one, I'm a previous biker and I've been biking for a long time, and that's how we really came close because we was doing some bike situations. I'm
Yes.
also retired military, 22 years, and been around the world, and now it's time to give back to the world, to travel, to make it easy for people without asking the question, what's going on today? So I started this idea, 2012, 13 was the idea. I made it
Yes.
for motorcycles. And then 2015, 16, when the apps in the App Store, shut it down. 2018, scavenged the whole world, the nation, and I put all dining drinks, restaurants, and everything. But let me show you what I did real quick. So if you was to go to Washington D.C., we have our own ads here, and you got trending. You got the hottest events, and you got the hottest events in the nations: cannabis, sports, events, festivals, whatever you want. This is the one-stop shop, and we're in Washington D.C. If you was to hit attractions, now I can go to any city and I can bring up attractions, but we're just starting off in the small cities: LA, Atlanta, Vegas. You can find any attractions as you go. And when you travel, when you go there, you're hungry, you could go to dine and drinks. And now I could go to find any bar, any nightlife, any restaurant, cuisines, and you can find everything easy. When you're done eating, hey, let's go to a matinee. Let's go to a show, right? So now every arena, stadium, coliseum, theater, every live stage performance is here. So I can find anything that I want to find. And if I need help finding it to break it down more, what I'll do is I'll bring the filters up where I can build the event. So now I'm here and I want to find comedy or Well, let's see. Yeah, I'll go to comedy. Let's see if I can find it. I'm so happy to do this. So I got this, and I bring up comedy here, and when I hit apply, I will find comedy in all cities and states that I'm in that live comedy is at. So we make it easy to find anything, food cuisines, different levels. This is it's a lot going on here. Nationals. You can find state fairs, comic cons, anime cons, car shows, everything from all over the nation. Festivals, food festivals, drink festivals, music festivals. And when I click on music festivals, I can click on music festivals. I can buy tickets at any time. I know somebody's waiting to answer that question.
Hmm.
And then I have every music artist listed in the world. So if I click on them, it shows total number of events. This Latin guy here, I think he's handsome to some. I won't say that because my pronouns are still the same. I'm joking. But at the same time, you also have their social media. And this is a one stop shop where we added about over 50 websites and apps at once. And you know what's going on without asking the question. We're in the metaverse. So you can put the goggles on. Two more things. You can do cannabis now. I,
Hmm.
I
It's legal in a bunch of states now. It is. Hmm.
now, and then I could go here. But let's go back to hashtag. So, what type of cannabis do somebody want here? So I go to hashtag again, and basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring up cannabis and dispensaries, flower, cannabis, edibles, arrangement, medical, concentrate, pre rolls. It's like a walking pharmacy right now, you
It
know.
sounds like it. Hmm.
So when I do this, I can follow all my favorite accounts, dining drinks, sports, annual events. But now, of course, I don't got no Indianapolis sports. Every NFL, NBA, everything is listed. So now when you go to Celtics, I can see all the home games. I can buy it and I can sell it. You can do anything you want. And when you follow all the events and accounts, you will get notifications. And even you get notifications like the weather that just happened. If there's a hurricane or anything that goes in that area, it will alert you that crime, weather, or health goes on. What?
Right.
Now, this is a 180 when you was here with it, but we
Yes.
activated it.
Yes, for sure. For sure. The features are like
So
110 now. For sure.
so we plan on putting these kiosks in airports, hotels, shopping malls, and I have a real great team that's a whole lot better than you, respectfully. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we got some hungry, motivated people, which is well needed. And yes, this Vein GPS is about as big as Amazon and Uber. It is a
Yes.
one-stop shop. We've been working on it for going on 12 years now. Pre-owned, grassroots, groundbreak, and the HR Renee, she was at the beginning stages of this, and
Yes.
we lost a lot of people during COVID, a lot of close friends we had, and we didn't think we was going to recover after COVID, and it is a
Yes.
lot going on. But
Yes.
overall, I'm one of the biggest website app developers with me and my team. We can make anything overnight. Miss Renee would tell you. We got clothing, we got models, we deal with everything. We sponsor celebrity golf. Where do we start? Where do we begin?
A whole lot. You have been
Busy.
busy.
Yeah.
That is
Busy.
a great word to put it. You have been very much busy. You have been traveling, of course, um, talking about Venue GPS, getting people familiar with the platform, and you are
Mhm.
also in both app stores. So if you want, you can go out to the Apple App Store. You can also go to the Google App Store, Google Play App Store, and you can download venuegps.com.
It's
It
free.
is Venue, Venue, GPS,
One word.
one word.
And if you are military, starting November 1st. So the soft launch is finally going November 1st. If I fail, if I win, it's going to win. But what we're doing is if you are active military, for all my veterans, active military, all that, once you come in and get the premium service, and I guess I got to go back to this, we are doing a service. If you pay $50 one time and you are a veteran, you are active service, you will get lifetime subscription for life. What? Now it's
Yes.
time to give back to our brothers and sisters And with everything going on overseas, it's about to get real crazy now. Not saying that this is going to be partying, but let's talk about it. Not only that we do that, we're about to activate Canada, Mexico, all the islands, Dubai, London, and Tokyo.
Yes, yes, and yes. Just amazing, amazing, amazing. Again, just to see the growth, um, not only for this platform, but even for you. I just am appreciative for all that you have done, for the work that you do behind the scenes to even get back to our service members. That is just amazing. So, you are also retired military, as you said. We won't go into all the details of it because, of course, that's a government thing. We are not touching
We don't want to talk
it.
about the brothels or nothing. Yes, we
You
want to
know.
keep it clean broadcast. Thank you. Yeah, don't bring up my personal stuff. Got it.
you know.
We
But yeah,
like to have fun on here.
we
We
do,
always
we
have fun.
do.
Yes, we do. Yes,
You
we
know,
do.
life is too short to just be so serious all the time, and you do so much. You are in front of your computer, your programming, because a lot of people don't know or may not know. Again, this is something that you design and program
On my own.
on your own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that in itself is just a
Thank
major, major feat. You have mentioned in your bios that you haven't had quote unquote formal training or college degrees to do this. So you're just a genius, and so many of our people, um, will put the fact that, well, you have to go to college. You don't have to go to college.
you. No.
Don't get me wrong. I'm all for further education. I have degrees that I don't even use. Let's just be real honest. But um, you're just an amazing talent. So
And
I think,
and you hit it right on the head. And I think just being an innovator, and we're entering AI and Chat GPT, where I might be the last manual innovator that manually do it before these computers and Star Wars and Return of the Jedi thing, well, whatever happens, but I already have a layer of that already happening. And if you are an entrepreneur, like, this is the best time to be an entrepreneur because everything's evolving, and this is the time to invest in your vision, invest in yourself. And I got a lot of team members on here that is so talented and so much of a go-getter, and that's what you need for people to push you. Like I said, I have created something so big that this is the next disruptor. And once we get this thing going, it's going to sell itself. But it goes back to, I'm still working a 9 to 5. What? I had to go back to work. And if everybody know, I do ballistic missile defense. Everything that's happening now in the Middle East, this is what I do. So I work a 9 to 5, and I'm an entrepreneur. 7 days. I'm up 2 in the morning to 5, go to work, get home 5 or 6. Miss Bonnie's on there. We probably got 2 to 3 Zooms a day. And then I'm back on here. Like, you basically helped me raise my kids because Kaya was in elementary, she
yes,
graduated
yes,
college. A lot of people didn't know that I was paying for my daughter to go to college,
yes.
and she's done with college. And Dominic is taller than me, 17, and
I know.
Dominic did all this stuff where, to me, man, my son's going to be the next CEO because he put all the sport teams on here and he's working the back end. So I'm all about generational wealth and health for the long run, for not only us, but for our family and kin folks and everything like that. I'm all for
Yes, and I'm a proud TT. I am so proud of the Kaya and also Dom. Also, they are just doing amazing,
it. Yeah.
and I know it's not easy being a CEO and a father, and you are a full time father. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that as well. So, how have you been able to kind of like balance or manage being CEO, entertainer, uh, corporate, and still
I'm
working a full time job?
I'm still learning, and like I said, I wasn't raised in this. And I'll give Miss Bonnie on here a great, she's on here listening, and a great mentor lady, icon in the business, and just learning off. You know, I just wanted to be mentored because I'm like a lion in the reserve. I'm wild. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
need to be respectfully caged in with this energy and do that. And I got pillars and leaders in that position to do that. Let me tell you, I could be an all-star person, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to do it with a team. You need a team to get you going. And and even in this game, you have so many people. I got another person on here that seen people try to give us contracts, like they want to get percentage of the business without any objectives and any obligations and no promises. This is a nasty world we live in. And at the same time, like these celebrities are falling into shaking hands, shaking the wrong hands, dealing with the wrong people. It is lessons learned 24/7. You know what I'm saying with this, but um, it's cool, but it's easier when you made the story. You know what I'm saying? When you
Right.
made it and you know what direction you got to go. And the hardest part is new people coming in and you want to show them what it is about.
Right.
But I think it's great. I love, and the thing is, now I got a platform. If you miss your calling, now you could create your department with VNGPS and you could win and you could shine. If you miss your shine, you could come on here and we could shine together. Because this is all it's about. Do you have the talents? Do you have the capabilities to take a Fortune 500 company and scale it and making it to the massive, like I said, United States, 19,000 cities, 41,000 zip codes. My app and site is going to be on every phone. We have to maintain that level of integrity and workforce to make it user friendly and make people get on it all the time. And this is not just events. When we're talking about marketing ads, billboards, like this is a one-stop shop. So any city you go to, I took away the destination people, the travel agents, the promoters, the concierges. You don't need to do nothing. This is a one-stop shop to make you travel, make you feel local while on the go. Easy
I
to
mean, it's just amazing. And the thing of it is that post COVID, or let me go back. So the first initial parts of launch were doing the onset of COVID.
Yeah.
That was just not an easy thing to kind of even go through as any kind of a business owner, as a person in general. We had some definite I won't even say setbacks,
Yeah.
because again they made the platform even stronger,
Yeah.
and you went into a totally different direction, whereas you made it more encompassing, even with because a lot of restaurants went to
The restaurants went
yeah.
down, closing. Ticketmaster, Live Nation didn't exist, and you remember. Matter of fact, you was there. Remember when? But wait. So hold on. So remember we had iHeartRadio coming to DC.
Yes,
I
yes,
bought everybody. How many tickets did I buy? I bought 10
like
tickets for
it,
everybody.
10,
Everybody was
it was
coming.
10 or 15
It,
actually.
it,
It was a lot.
It
Yes,
was $20,000
yes,
about that, which I
yes,
lost. But I had to make a decision. But iHeartRadio was coming. People was coming in to see the app, and this was March. This when everybody was coughing and sniffling on the plane, and
yes,
I had to make one of the hardest decisions of my life because people was getting on the plane and people was dying.
yes,
And I didn't want that on my self-conscious. And March 15th is when the nation did it. March 9th is, man, we had the hotel, we had
yes.
everything ready. And then
So
after that,
it
go
was
ahead.
it was just I remember even trying to cancel those reservations and trying to
Yeah,
get credits back
yeah.
and trying to do everything, because they were like, well, do you want to reschedule? It's like, we don't know what's going to happen. We can't reschedule.
We don't even know if the world was coming to the end or
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly. So that was just like a whole different kind of challenge on itself. So
So
if you are
that was
just joining
March.
us,
That was March. And by May and
yes,
June, remember, I created Venue Aid.
yes, yes,
Remember, I created and how
yes,
dope is that? Because not only that we had the COVID, you had the George Floyd situation with roadblocks
yes,
and everything, and I'm like, so we got health going on, we
right,
got roadblock. How is people going to use my system and not know? So I created a warning system called Venue Aid, Venue Advisory Media Display.
Yes.
So the area will highlight red for crime, green for health, and blue for weather. Like right now, the whole state of Florida and North Carolina, those areas should have been blue for weather. So if you
Exactly.
didn't follow the event, we create situational awareness.
Yes, exactly, right. So your platform, and if you're just joining us, let me go ahead and just get this in the way. If you are just joining us, this is Let's Talk About It. I am your host, RenaeThaDiva, and I have live with me special guest tonight, Con Mori of Venue GPS. So we are going over Venue GPS, the features. As you see in his background, there's actually a kiosk. He puts kiosks throughout the United States, soon to
Soon,
be international.
soon, yeah.
Yes, soon to be international. And again, this is huge. It is in both app stores. So we've just been kind of giving a little bit of backstory. So we are on all social media. I have posted the website as well, which is www.venugps.com.
Yeah,
But
you also give them the devil like the dev. We'll get to that, but go ahead. I'm
okay.
gonna listen to you.
And then someone else posted the link trees, one of the team members. Thank
Yeah,
you. Looks like Tracy. Thank you,
yeah.
Tracy. So we'll go ahead and get
Don't
it up
say
there.
Tracy. Her name is Tracia. Tracia.
Tracia.
Get it right. Get it right.
Okay, Tracia. Hello. Hello. So
That's
again,
Italian. It's Italian.
I cannot with you. As you see, I'm sporting my VU GPS gear.
Hey, I see. Man, you got the retro stuff on too. You got the retro. Like, oh
What? I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it just once for him. I gotta do it just once for him.
no! Yo, that's right, yo. And everybody had a title on it. Yo, we were
Exactly.
rolling.
Yes.
We had so much power before we even, man, we was working. We was working.
Yes. Yes. And we were just kind of talking about then COVID hit. And you had definitely some obstacles to overcome with COVID. How do you feel that made you better as an app designer, and what kind of features did you kind of add in? I know you mentioned Venue Aid.
Yeah.
Um,
So I mean, Venue Aid kind of covers it because for one, you had to know the rules of what COVID did because this how DoorDash and all them just got popular because everything stopped. Now everybody want to know is, damn, what cuisines is in the area. So now if I was to go to Las Vegas and I bring up cuisines, I could get all the cuisines now because we didn't know what restaurant and what cuisine it was.
right.
You
Right.
had that part. And then Vice traveling to and from, we know what's open because Ticketmaster Live Nation, no live performances wasn't happening because you had to be 6 feet from people. So
Right.
it helped me. It helped me build a pandemic, epidemic, or what type of health crisis. So, regardless of what goes on and what type of crisis in the world, Venue GPS keeps going and we convert over to what the situation is. Easy.
Right. Right. For sure. For sure. I mean,
Because
again,
that's why, and don't mean to interrupt you,
no,
that's why I left the motorcycle community because, it's good, but until we parked the bike, the app stopped. I'm saying, like,
right.
I got a gap
Right.
and I got to fill that gap 24 hours. Yeah.
There you go. So that's originally how VGPS kind of came about because you were in the motorcycle community. It was then called Wear My Vest because, again, you were trying to get the motorcycle community, our community, to be able to go places and still be able to find entertainment. What's the after party? After the set, where we go eat if you're going to a different place. Where's the meet and greets? Are there any matinees? Anything else you want to do? Like if your family's with you on these kind of events. I think you shared in part of your bio also being military, and going to different places. It was interesting for you to find different things to do in different cities and states or even different countries. So, I mean, I think that's a lot of what everyone goes through when we're traveling, especially if we're traveling to places where we may not have been before or we may not know exactly what's going on. And
this right here is your destination manager right here. So any city you go to, any municipality, local areas, then on top of it, you are helping the small businesses within the areas also get exposure also. And this is a great segue because if you are military, and you are a veteran business, you could put your ads between here. And now, because it's hard for us veterans with the businesses to get exposure because we don't have that money because there's no grant money coming down. There's nothing raining. Like I really exhaust every. Well, Renee, you know, I had a few
You
pennies
do.
in my bank account. I was one of the richest, like, you know, like Albert. Anyway, got it. Sorry, but anyway,
There's your
I
khaki.
but but you had to spend money, and again, I'm still spending money to show that it works. And as we show the bigger picture, testing, making sure it works, and this costs money monthly. So,
Right.
and it's been 12 years, and next month could be the first time I see the first dollar.
Yes. And
This
it's
thing
long
is so
overdue.
good. This
Yes.
thing is built so good, respectfully. Even if I mess up, I still win because this is what we did, and we made it open for everybody. Age, if you're a foodie, if you're a trucker, a biker, if you're a traveler, World Series mom, son, whatever outfit you have on, Venue GPS is going to support your needs, regardless in every city you go to. And this is just not United States. This is going to be international before the end of 2026. The World Cup is coming here. They had 5 million people in Qatar. So now when people fly into all the 8 stadiums, they can find attractions, dining, drinks, entertainment, things to do, metaverse, cannabis, and sports in every city. What?
Amazing.
How
Just
come the
amazing.
app and website is only in certain cities? I live in Mississippi. That's why that answer your question, because you're in Mississippi. We ain't partying like that in Mississippi. You be the last to know. But no, just jokingly.
He's
So
just
basically, we're just doing the major cities now. Remember, this is a ground startup, and we're having our soft launch starting there. So let me give you my cities. So our start in metro cities is Vegas, DC, and Atlanta. And we're doing military cities. We're doing Bremerton, which is Seattle, Honolulu, San Diego, Jacksonville, Hampton Roads, which is Virginia Beach, Navy Yard, DC, and Chicago. So we're just starting off small cities. The reason why we're not everywhere because we're just a few people. So we have to show that it works. But after a while, we'll get down to the south because we're going to put the Mobile, the Biloxi, Jackson, all that stuff in Mississippi. Nobody knows every city better than I do, better than the mayor. So we'll get it on there if you're from Mississippi. I got you, brother. Trust me.
awesome. Awesome. Yes. So that is a great point. If you are a promoter and you are still doing things the old way, for lack of a better way of saying it, how can people send you their events?
So they can send it by DM. You follow everything being GPS on the app, and and this is the thing. This is a great segue because I'm going to ask you, how big is this, Renee? This thing is so gigantic. It is
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes,
It's
it is.
it's ridiculous. Like again, it took me a decade to get this far with the little bit I got.
If
But
people knew, and I don't want to cut you out, but if people
no, go
knew
ahead.
the presentations that you've done and the people that have even approached you, because they've seen that this is a multi-billion-dollar idea, uh, they would probably be surprised. A kid from Connecticut, as you say, who's doing the darn thing, and it has not been easy by far. You have invested so much. I don't think people understand that you have. Yes, you do have some investors, but for the most part, you and your partner have funded this from day one. So all that stuff y'all see in behind you, in behind Con there
Cost money.
on the kiosk, that stuff costs. I mean,
Cost money.
you have to hire servers. You have to hire people to get things put into the app store. You have to work with Apple. You have to work with
Google, like
Google.
I am a one stop shop. Even Jeff Bezos don't go this far because Jeff Bezos came with the idea of Amazon, but he had to find a person like my caliber to build it. So it's like now you got the founder, designer, developer doing one where I got the lead engineer, but we both lead engineers, so it's easy. to do it, but it is a lot of work. It's like for example, Mississippi. The question is, even though I know what the capital is, I know there's a military base, Biloxi, there. And then what other hot areas? And then where's all the attractions? You have to take ownership of the city. You can't sell a city if you don't know nothing about the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when I came to Indianapolis, that day we left the interview there. I went downtown and I walked everywhere around downtown, and I made sure. You remember 2022, I went to 45 cities.
Yes.
I went to 45 cities to check the LTE, the signal, to make sure the signal worked. And I got my own data for signal. I got my own chart. I'm not trusting and believing in to the Verizons or them. I trust my own stuff. And I went to every city around the nation and collected my own data.
You definitely are boots on the ground, for sure. And I don't think people see that because it takes a lot of work behind this.
This real world person.
It is.
No. So the question is, we are staging a launch in the airports now. So it's many of them that's coming up. I don't want to let the cat out the hat till we put it in there, but just know by summertime 2025, they'll be in different airports. We will have another bigger announcement that is going to be a multi-mega million deal. Like I said, I don't speak for this. Like I said, we're talking to some Fortune 500 leaders and stuff like that. So, but if you look at my Instagram, you'll see a kiosk that I'm standing there, 2 of them that we made, and we're also in the metaverse. So like this is or something that haven't been done where you could go into real world metaverse on website, app, kiosk, and goggles, and it all translate. Like I said, this 30, 40 minutes don't do no justice of what we can really be talking about.
Right, for sure.
You know, and then I had to sell myself to the digital devil and gods out there to get in some places without doing something strange for some change, but doing it the right way.
So to answer your question, in living in the real world, the kiosks are coming to all major airports. That's what I was saying. They're not there yet, but they are coming. We are trying to get them into every major airport. So
and let me come in on you that. So when this happens, we about to make a lot of people upset. We're about to make Live Nation, Ticketmaster, Eventbrite. Think about this is called a disruptor. This is let's be real. A lot of people don't want to see this happen. I'm gonna keep it more real. A lot of people don't want to see this type of skin do it. But luckily, I got the patriotic. I got the military. I got that part. But it's bad for Black minority business out here. I'm just going to keep it real because the circle is rough, and that's what I'm saying. If you don't have the right circle,
right,
you could do what you could have $1 billion and not have the right circle and still not have nothing and feel like you broke and you have no connects. Like this game is nasty and crazy. It will make you jump out your skin.
Very true. Very true.
And this ain't about the site. This is about keeping your cool, being mature, carrying your business, and making everybody win around you. And everybody's not made to make it to the end of the journey with you. We know that this is life.
Yes.
But at the same time, this is why I made it, to help Black businesses and other businesses come on. And I'm not just saying that, but we do got the short end of the stick. And I'll be the first to say it, but I'm willing to lose all my money and spend my money because I believe in what I build.
There you go. There you go. And just also, if you would, again, probably a little known con fact, a lot of what you do, because Venue GPS is only the initial launch of an iceberg. Is just like the tip of the iceberg of a whole bunch of stuff that's coming. You also mentor young women and young men who are looking to get into app development, looking to get into some of the advertising realms. Tell us a little bit more about that as well.
So basically, like, we was at the HBCUs. We was at like my kids' high schools and stuff, and we teach entrepreneurship. We put people in situations. Hey, you four, come up with an idea. Hey, what you got? So who you selling it to? What's your target market? What is your your scalability? How you looking at it? Subscription based. How are you going to run it? And then on top of it, you start getting the mind rolling, man. Some of these young kids got some great ideas. And again, what the problem is, there's not enough mentors out there to catch everybody. You got that part. So you got a person like me that want to give back and give hope, because the same thing, like we was just at Bowie State like what 4 or 5 months ago, and
Right.
Mark Zuckerberg did this with the Ivy League. He hired all Ivy League people. So what I want to do, and what the plan is, to bring all HBCU students on and have them load their city up to learn digital development, attention to detail, and you learn craft of being an innovator in a technical world, as we innovate from real world, from web 2, and then we go to web 3, that's cryptocurrency and metaverse. What? Yeah. So
Just it's
appreciate it,
amazing.
Coach.
It's amazing.
Appreciate it.
If you are just joining us, this is your girl, Renee the Diva, your host of Let's Talk About It, a weekly podcast, and we talk about things going on in our city, our state, and our world. And we have with us tonight special guest, my bro, but we have with us special guest tonight, Mr. Con Mori of Venue GPS, and he.
This is my favorite. This is my cousin. I'm about to say, who know me as Dave? You saying my government name, Dave?
Somebody calling out your government.
Yeah, somebody coming out my government. What are you calling me Dave? But this is what my son Dominic did. All the sports that's listed. So now all the 2024, 25 NHL, NBA stuff's going on. So you're in Indiana. So I guess the females lost, right?
They did. Our WNBA, the Indiana Fever. They're now out of the playoffs, but we get to host the playoffs here next year for 2025.
Yeah, and I already got that going. But vice that, you also got the Indianapolis 500. You got all this stuff. So when you bring up, here go Gamebridge, here go Lucas. So you got the Pacers, you got the Colts, you got Biles Gymnastic coming in. So this is your Indianapolis schedule right here, and we keep going with it.
Thank you, Dami.
Yeah, so I mean, but this is every city that got sports, and if you go to entertainment and sports, every city, here go your hotel lounge, your game bridge, here go all the information that you need. And then if I was to click on anybody, I could go to tickets, I could find parking. He said he has 7 events. I go to his account, and it gives me every arena stadium. So now for anybody in those cities, if you have any city, any arena in your area, I could go to O'Malley, that's Tampa Bay, and now you got all their stuff. It keeps going. Every arena stadium is updated. Love you, brother. So how much it costs? Is it free? What you mean cost? Subscription? So I guess if you want to talk about subscription, I'll go to that. Great segue.
Yes.
So basically what we're talking about is when you first come on, you get the first trial period. Standard is I can just follow the accounts and I get no alerts and I get no auto promote. That's $10. $1 a month, $10 a year. I follow the accounts. I don't go out like that. I don't need to be alerted. I just want to follow my favorite music artists, comedians, nightlife, festivals, blah, blah, blah. That's the standard plan. Premium is I follow all the accounts, and when I follow them in my event, my alerts, I turn it on. And anytime they create a new event, I get alert notification. And you take the uncertainty out. Or when I go into a city and I range it 5-10 miles, it will find every food cuisine I like, music genre I like, my favorite business account, my favorite amenity. And let's talk about amenities. So now we got accessibility that's going to be added here for the hearing impaired and for the visual. And then if you have health situations, depression, anxiety, if you have erection dysfunction, whatever, anything that deals with cannabis or recreation medical, this is going to sense when we turn the AI on, the intelligence part on it. Everything you're doing manually, you could talk to it, it's going to talk back. What? Can you chat with others, like share with that? So social media is not on here, but you can share any event with another person by going to it, and when you bring it, you can share it with the people. I can share it, go to the website, you can do all that stuff to it. So I can share it, copy it, and then send it to somebody else that way. But there's no social media talking. There's no chat for now. It's just A to B, where you want to go, where you need to be for now, and then we'll add the reviews. We'll add the feedback. We'll add that stuff too.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
So with everybody in here, so you're saying that is great. So remember, I'm independent of social media. Let me tell you what the big play is. I don't need Facebook or Google. I created my own Google world. So I created my own layer around the earth. And I put all my accounts on top of it. So I don't need to touch the other stuff. So I control I'm the curator of my own data, my own information. And this is how independent we are, because this is a one-stop shop that helps you with anything besides social media. And
Yes.
even with social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I can go to Taylor Swift and I can go to her Twitter page. I have all Twitters and everything listed. So regardless, you don't need to leave. You could go on here and follow their chat on our stuff, but you just can't talk because I don't want to be held accountable for you getting mad and saying that you're going to anyway. You got
I love the passion.
Stated, right?
Yes, I love your passion. I love your passion. I love your passion. And if you cannot tell how passionate he is about this, again, there's been a lot of work, sweat, and tears, a lot of sacrifices gone into creating Venue GPS. Yeah. And just as you were saying earlier, and just kind of true to it, unfortunately, but fortunately, in some cases, not everyone can go with you that maybe even started with you. And
here you go in Indianapolis, the whole city.
What? Naptown?
So here's the funny part. So when we turn this on and where the foams are at, how many foams lay on this latitude, longitude, it will add up how many men, women, LGBTQIA is in one area. So yes. Now when I get off the plane, I arrive at the airport, I could go to downtown Indianapolis and I could put where all the ladies at in Indianapolis, and it will just show the icons of all pink and show a number. What?
Yes. That is a game changer. I mean, that actually should make a lot of the promoters want to be able to get their events onto Venue GPS.
Or Uber and Lyft could see where the party's at and see where everybody's at, so they could be parked in front of there to pregame and postgame.
Exactly. What? Exactly.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. We're humble, but
he is so tacky. But anyway,
hey man, hey, I didn't come here to play around. I came here to make sure we get this done, and we want. The whole goal is to make everybody get outside and travel and feel local without asking a question. How many times we ask a cousin or a family member what's going on? They're going to tell me what they like, and it stops there. No, we're going to exhaust all options. Even when I bring Dubai, London, Tokyo, all these places I live, you could do attractions, excursions, diner, drinks, entertainment. Any country you go to, it's going to be the same play.
Yes.
And cruise liners, you get off the cruise liner, you get off the plane. Guess what? You bring up VNGPS. We are your pocket promoter. What?
Yes. So me being a foodie, and I'll even talk about restaurants because I'm a foodie. Yeah. I love food. Food loves me too. But be back anyway. But one of the things I definitely love about the VNGPS apps is that I can actually tailor my choices and my subscription and my selections based upon the cuisine I want. So if I'm a big seafood person, which is I am, I can say, okay, what are the best seafood restaurants in this area? Or what are the best places to get raw oysters? Any of that kind of thing can be tailored into.
So I'm in Houston, and it says cuisine things here. I got steakhouses, I got all that, but I also have food here. So it says brunch, it says steak and chops, it says outdoor appetizers, house, fine dining. Let's go to chops, steak and chops. So this right here, it's going to break. Oh, hold on, man. I got too many things up. 1 second. Sorry. Say, hey, I like to keep it real. So when I go to food again, I am going to bring up, as you say, seafood, right?
Yes.
I'm going to click on seafood and hit apply. This is all the businesses that shows seafood.
How amazing is that?
And then when we get more people, everybody got raw bar, they got entries, they got enchantment, they got chef's selection. Then you got the oysters, jumbo shrimps, you got your different flavors, calamari, you got whatever. This is how you're going to have that. And but guess what? This is another way to do it, because just like a promoter, I'm gonna charge these businesses $1 to use a word, because people are wait.
As
I haven't even told nobody that, but yeah.
as
You
someone said earlier in the comments, hey, it's all about the algorithms. It's all about the algorithms, for real. It is. And to be a business, you would want to be on this platform. So to all the businesses out there, how can they contact you to get onto the platform?
They can contact me on any social media, VGPS, Instagram, all that. My email is info@VGPS. I do have a business card. I don't know if I could. I think I tried to put it in here, and it did, an electronic one. The one that we got now, they got the press kit. But anytime
social media is going to be tripping.
like Tracia put that. And here's my thing. Like in Indianapolis, any major city like Indianapolis is kind of easy, but it takes almost 2 to 3 days if we're gonna load a city. Like it's a lot, because we're talking about block to block everything being on here. No prejudice, no favoritism. We're putting everything on there. If you're good, you're hot. We're giving everybody an option to be seen, and then we're gonna email and send a letter to every business saying, "Hey, come claim your business." And then I'm going to show you how I bring all the consumers your way. Because the reason why we're doing this, when you go in the city, there's a reason why you went in the city. With VGPS, you get pregame and postgame for the main reason you came in any city to go travel. We make you go outside. We make you feel comfortable. Let's do that. And if you haven't invested, you need to be asking that question. And if you are an investor, you need to be on the edge of your seat, because it's showtime in 30 days.
Countdown. It's on.
Hey, but let me say something for Miss Renee. Thank you. I know me and you cried. I'm getting emotional now.
I know we are not crying today. We're savage.
I mean, I think we would have been in millions if little Lachelle, if she didn't pass away with COVID.
Yeah,
she was our money person. Like we had the all-star team. I never cried for somebody I did not know, because she was so much with a family. And I thank you, because I learned a lot with HR stuff. Listen, like we was buying plane tickets. I was buying laptops for everybody. Like it was crazy.
Yes.
Buying clothes, but we had the budget. I had the budget where I didn't need grants or nothing. We had everything locked down.
For sure.
Like we had $1 million to spend. That's why I was trying to give everybody the opportunity to get a piece of this. Why not?
Right. For sure.
So Twitter sold for $44 billion.
Right.
My 0.01 is going for 2,500. And before this corporate closes, so let's do some math. So 44 billion, if you own 1%, that's $440 million. Vice, they was probably getting that every year for 20 years. 0.5 is 220 million. 0.10 is 44 million. And to get in is $5,000 for my 0.01. You would have got 4.4 million back by having 0.01 of that 44 billion.
Right.
So it's all about the numbers, and you get that, because this is an annual return. So when you come in and invest, even though we start for the new year, the end of the year, we are going to pay everybody out. Taxes go first. That's about 33%. investors go next, and then whatever remain in the pot, 10% of my money goes to back to the military hospitals and NWR program for the military, and the pot is me. So
There
anyway,
you go. Just
anyway,
saying. But you've earned that for sure. I mean, again, you have put so much, even in funding, into this business, into this genius
I have a
idea.
lot of sweat equity. So I'll be so with we raised within what 5 years we raised 2017 to 2022. We didn't really do nothing after that. It'd been on me spending. We raised close to $800,000 because we basically did our own Kickstarter. So we did that part. And then the total of it right now, we're about to, I think we just went over $2.4 million. But for everybody in here, this is how much it costs to show up. The show up is real. And in closing, I know we've been here for an hour, but I just want to salute Miss Renee because you always show up. She has her heart is inside out. She will help you with anything you need. A blissful, beautiful black woman that gives hope. And let me tell you, I definitely wouldn't be here. Like hey, come talk on my show, whatever you need, my sister. You're always there for day one. Like I said, you got the original plank owner hats with the original
Yes.
styles behind it, so you know you was there from the joint. She also owned percentage of the company. She also does that. So there is a lot of stuff that plays a big part with people in our circle because we
Yes.
do nothing but love each other and win. And if we can't figure it out, we will figure it out because we
Yes.
got no choice because we got a lot of people here. And that
That's
goes
right.
for my new team coming on too. I
Yes.
don't care about quantity. I care about quality and I care about taking my time. I'm not rushing this. This is artwork. How do I invest? Talk to Renee. She'll get with you.
I got
Um,
you.
even though the money's good, I want her to talk to you because I want you to understand what this is about before you getting in this thing because this is real to feel. In closing, I had a woman today because I get on my investors. They're not keeping up with their emails. They're not doing nothing. They're changing a lot of stuff. I got one woman that tried to call me out on live today. So I've been an investor for 3 years. I haven't got paid yet. For one, you haven't checked your email. You haven't been watching me because I'm very transparent. For one, you went publicly trying to call me out. So if you've been branding and awareness, you will know that the soft launch is next month. So you made yourself look stupid. I got nothing wrong with somebody telling me what it is because Renee, you know I'm very transparent. Everywhere I go,
Exactly.
I was just in Denver having VNGPS in a Tesla. We about to put it in cars. What? But
Exactly.
the way I show up and the way my team show up, the job gets done. There's nobody holding hand. There's no kids here. But for everybody in here, if you want to do a business and create a business, do not let the people stop you. Don't let family stop you. Don't let friends. If you feel it, if you want to do it, and this is for my entrepreneurs, show up, show out, keep showing up. If you fall, you want to fall. Because I fell so much on the ground, you're talking to me while I'm on the ground. I'm making you guys look at me because I'm never getting up. I'm building from here, and you guys will come meet me there. I am being GPS with my sister Renee on this show that they give out bad sports and bad information at the beginning.
Whatever. Just because we did not talk about your favorite team, it's okay.
It's
No,
a hard
I
watch
just
from New England. It's a hard watch right now.
you know, I was gonna let you say that. I
No,
wasn't gonna do it for you. I was
it's
gonna let you
a
say
hard
it.
watch.
You
It's a
know.
hard watch. But hey, thank you so much for being on here. And then on top of it, remember when we get this thing up, whatever days you're live, you can put your stuff on there because the one thing I didn't say is we got our own live pay-per-view. I just got to turn it on. So you don't have to go to the companies. You can watch Essence Fest and everything there. And then if I do this right, you might not have to go to a strip club because you can get a digital lap dance and pay by Cash App. But anyway, let's keep it PG because we don't want to go there yet. But you see where I'm going with this.
I
And
do. I
and then
do.
if you see me in the cities, you know I'm probably in a Lamborghini or I'm probably in a Bentley, something, because that's my only time to have to myself when I'm traveling the cities. I like to eat good, dress nice, put on my Easter red bottoms, and just do my thing. But if not, I'm here 7 days a week, sitting 10 to 15 hours a day doing the show up. VNGPS, we're here. My sister, I love you. I can't wait to come back to Indianapolis so we can eat and hang out. And
Yes. And
I'm
it's a
out
whole different
here.
dynamic for me now. I
Let's
have so
do
much
it.
more freedom.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
We're gonna
much.
let that be.
So
We're gonna let that be where it is.
much.
um, but exactly. Thank you, Khan, for coming on. And people have asked, "Why is your name Khan Mori?" And I have explained, of course, me
Oh
HR.
yeah,
It
that's
was
good.
not Khan at first; it was a different name. But
It
they
was
tried to sue
UConn.
us. What are you gonna? What are you saying, Shinning? But he is very much a sports advocate of the Connecticut teams. That's
Mhm.
all I'll say to that.
Yeah.
So his name does not reflect that he is a con artist. That's not who he is.
Oh
Person
no, but that's my name when people get pissed off. They're
is,
con artist. Yeah,
that
yeah.
they go 5 feet left. And so I just wanted to commend you again. Thank you again for coming on. Make
Thank
sure you are liking, sharing, following VUGPS on all social media. Make sure you download in either of your app stores. If you're interested in investments, please feel free to send me a message, um, DM me, what have you.
This is the best time to get in because we gave you the secret sauce. And
Yes,
if you missed the window of Facebook and Twitter and all that, and if you watched the movie of Facebook, this is the part when I walk in the office and get the cash and we get money. This is the time you
yes,
want to get in. This is the best thing going. Don't worry, because if you miss it now, guaranteed by New Year's, you are going to know everything about this. And you're going to be like, damn.
yes. Don't sleep. That's all I can say. Don't
They
sleep.
say I'm the next trillionaire, but we'll see it when we. Thank
Hmm.
you, sister. Thank you so
You're
much.
so welcome. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
So, if you have been watching, this is RenaeThaDiva, host of Let's Talk About It. We have just had on live with a special guest, Mr. Con Mori of Venue GPS. So, again, make sure you're liking, sharing, following all the social media for Venue GPS, and that is one word, VENUE, then GPS altogether. Make sure, again, downloading in the App Store. You can do just a wide range of things. You can follow your favorite artists, you can view concerts, you can do events in your city, state, and town. If you see that your events are not there and you are interested in having your events posted, make sure you do reach out to Con or one of the team members and make sure that you go ahead and put your information in the right hands. This is a Black owned business, it's a veteran owned business. We are definitely here to support. So, again, this has been Let's Talk About It. It's your girl, RenaeThaDiva. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.